Hello folks, wherever you are, welcome back to the session of today. And here we are, it's one-on-one live coming out from this session of the banana protection, and gonna be very fantastic from wherever you are tuned. And good kudos to everyone who is tuned and making sure that you're watching this video from the start. Thank you very much. Keep it watching, because we're going to be very fantastic and favorable for this kind of a moment we are right now. Here we are. I'm just going to emphasize and talk about, we have much of the things to talk about, because you know it's a man-eat-man society. You roast me, I roast you. As far as everything is put in consideration, we have to go forward via mentioning what it is bringing some catastrophic, and also who is the Neanderthal man, who is making things not to move, and who is making things to move. This is a big show. That's one-on-one reporting from the village, and also giving you anonymous of the information regarding the typical measures that has been following, and also what we are always giving and to the Lord that has to happen. It's not that it was my catalog to have such kind of a conversation today, but it has been pressed and people are waiting for it to come. Today it had not been of the charity because of the rains that are always continuing to a place. Because of the transport sector, it is interfered with. Much of the people will be talking about Gintu. I want every time and every day you have the roast, and also you have the charity points. But where I wanted to go for the charity, due to unconditional circumstances of the rains, it had been carrying and also raining cat and dogs until this area, and every time it's raining, that's why it has been so difficult for the transport and moving from one place to another, and also the connectivity of the roads have now been poor. And this is Kenya we are. You can understand the third world countries we are. Straight to the point, less hesitation. Let's go straight to the point on what is always being measured and what we have to speak out, as we have antagonized and we have seen everything, including the activists have just spoken, that this is the reality show performed by It's_Gintu, coming out every time, and this is the time now to go straight to the point. And it's the 30 minutes that are always on the spot. Wherever you are coming from, subscribe, like, share, comment as we groove together. Kudos for everyone who is just reacting to make sure that Gintu is getting famous and fame and fame and fame always. As this gonna be like a written speech, but it's coming out from my head, because we have to speak the valid things, and always I'm a learned person. I know how things are moving forward. Keep it tuned. Keep it locked. Here we start the program. Here it is. Guys, we have much of the session. We have to now differentiate the tunes. It was a starting tune. Now we have the roasting tune coming out right now here. Here we are. Babu! Sound fantastic. So here we are, guys. I have the points already analyzed, and the book is reading from the book of Gintu, chapter 16, verse 8. It says, Kenge eating maids with the farm. Kenge eating maids in the farm. Do you know the story of Kenge and the conduct at their home? Do you know what triggered Kenge to come out from their home to go and seduce himself and take the sausage, make sure that they're sleeping unto the villa? It was a skeleton during that time. And they had a bodyguard who is the Kenge driver, who was seeing how the antagonization was being held and how many rounds did Kenge always go with the sausage girl. And that's why the sausage girl, she's always talking about, I have to stay in Nyabohanse because this Kenge gonna be coming back, and I'm the only point to make sure that whenever he comes back, I'm gonna be making sure that we continue with the rounds where we started and where we just finished our rounds and to our position of the beddings. Here we are. You know, whenever you know that this is a growing machine, you have to make sure that everything is so fantastic. So the point goes this way. For the people who doesn't know that King is the one who is always making sure that he's having a bombastic eyeside and high side to the chick, making sure that you're gonna be bombastificating things to make sure that, oh, I have seen a very slight and a petite and a Latina somewhere. So all the ladies who are being hired at Kenge's home. Talk about the conduct maids who are just there to make sure that they are making sure that the work is ongoing, to make sure that whenever the con mom, she has gone to school, Kenge has to get tea and Kenge has to be promoted with something like food, because he's not an eater, he's eating. Cannot even have some food. He always thinking about, okay, there's somebody who came here to shake 1, 2, 3 here. So he's always bombastic eyeing, making sure that I'm seeing until where she gonna be delivering himself or herself to. So the real fact is here. We had and they had some of the maids who are doing their work. And now there's a time even the conduct, I'm telling you this as a fact, the conduct took off his old clothes and make sure that he's going to sit in front of a maid. And you know that kind of a story? It's going to be coming, because I have all the receipts that are already in place and people are ready to make sure that the things are coming out. The maid, she had to serve the congrats dad. And this is the real fact. Whenever you are serving food, or you have a maid, you make sure that there's a time, you say that specifically 6 in the evening, my food should be ready at the table. And we have this, how many covers? I know this one, Kenge cannot understand. Covers are the people or the guests who are going to be sitting for that meal. How many covers are going to be at the table? 2, 3, 4 covers, or how many? So whenever the conduct is always telling the maid, we have 6 covers, we have 2 covers, we have 3 covers. Whenever the food is prepared and it's ready, so whenever it goes direct to the table, what the conduct is always talking about? You are the food and you have come with the food. Look at how this kind of a gentleman is so sarcasm. Look at how this kind of a man is an old person but he cannot think. He's always thinking about the cucumbers and pears carelessly hanging. And every time he's just getting out with the pant and talking about, you know what, getting out with the underwears. Talking underwears? Getting out in underwear, because pants are for the ladies. And you can find the package that came with the Mr. Cecil here, the goon boy. It was having even the panties there. And he's wearing right now. You can never know how this kind of a person is called. And that's why even Kenge, never going to be coming with a mental hospital, going to be making sure that we are putting the family first to that mental health care, to make sure that they are changing their mobility and strategy and intentionalities. So whenever now the things were going helter-skelter, bring the food. So whenever the maid brought the food to the table, the conduct was naked. I'm telling you that as a fact. The cucumbers are black beyond measure. And the cucumbers, they are very black. Talk about the pears, carelessly hanging. And even you cannot check there twice. You just see, this is not anonymous. This is conspicuous. It can never happen. And he was telling the lady, you know, I'm the one who is here. So the con mom, she's not there. So you have to make sure that whenever I'm here, I have to make sure that you are serving me. You know, Tata? Tata, no, Tata. You know, these things here, they are made for everyone. You know, if they're made for everyone, everyone has to take care of them. So whenever you accept me to be with you, I'll make sure that my children are supporting you and they'll open a YouTube channel for you. That was a trick that he was ever using to these ladies. Making sure that, you know what, whenever you be and make sure that you support me the way I need, I'm going to support you with my children to open a YouTube channel and grow it, and you'll be earning a lot of money. And they'll travel with you to every kind of the... Now whenever they travel with you, now what is she? Why is she now going to travel? Yet you're talking about if you are there for me. Nonsense. Common Obrangata. This kind of a man, he doesn't think. And I'm telling you the fact. And whenever we say it as a fact, the way it is. And that's why, guys, you are being challenged. Whenever Kenge was talking about, I don't want to introduce people to my home, because they're going to be interfering with that affairs. And you know, whenever Kenge was coming back to home, was making sure that he goes to the dad and asks, how is the maid? Oh, you are a very good person. I can open a YouTube channel for you. The real fact. And even, guys, I'm just doubting myself. Does it happen that even then Kemmy worked there? That's why even Kenge is always talking about, you know what, guys? Make sure that Diana came. Yesterday she was in a live. And Kenge said that never even make sure that Gintu is getting near you. We are getting suspicious. We are getting suspicious about it. What happened during that time? What happened? How did it went? Because this story I'm telling you, it's the fact and it has come out of their family. And they thought that I cannot get the fact. That the Condad and Kenge, they were sharing maids at that house. And even promising them the YouTube channels and they're going to be happening. And they're going to help them and grow. I'm just suspecting, what about Diana Kemmy? Oh, my living God, it might be. She's the one I'm talking about. Maybe. I'm suspecting my own infestation. I'm suspecting it. My living God, it might be. And this is the fact. And to the extent, whenever the maid serves food to the table, they say, you know what? The boy has come. Serve the boy first. Whenever you serve the boy first, whenever you reach there, they're only didizing themselves. They're having nothing unto the front yard. They're having nothing as a wear. And they're saying, you know what? Just bring some food. Whenever you go there during the night session, you'll just wonder, is it a club? Or it's a didism party that's been already analyzed for the family. And even a mother is passing through there. People are just wearing underwears and walking helter-skelter and majestically onto the house. The demon with the pant there, the Julie, who is just the Lady J, is always onto the underwear there. Talk about Kenge underwear there. Talk about the Condad underwear there. Talk about the mom, the panty to there. I'm just not accepting this. And that's why they don't want anyone, whenever you come out from that family, you'll be interrogated with Gintu. Because they're going to be knowing. And they never knew that I have an intelligence that is working until date. And I've got the receipt and the reception that the people who saw it happening, they have unto my own acceptance. I told Kenge is just a very young person, a very young boy, because he never understood. He just introduced something that he never even dreamt that it's going to be changing people's lives and going to be coming to roast himself. He never knew. Even technology, whenever it's coming with a new technique. And whenever the other technique fails, it gets to hurt the people who build it to that position. I was ever saying, why is Kenge always saying to the people, Gintu should not interrogate the people coming from the villa, because I could know. But he knew that, okay, he never knew they had another strategy of making sure that I'm integrating their home. You chased people thinking that they're the only people leaking information to Gintu. But the same people, maybe you can never know. If it's your dad who is always storytelling somewhere and I'm getting the information, you can never know. You are promising people that the family is of YouTube. Now, whenever you be molested and be even kidnapped, and talk about whenever you are forced to have sex somewhere you are, they're going to be saying that, you know what? Your YouTube is going to be growing from this family and your life is going to be changing from this family, which is a fact, yes. But what about people will just know that one of a kind such kind of such kind of a pattern, it has been even practiced somewhere to your own homestead. And even you're talking about you people, whoever knows you are supporting me and have ever supported you, making sure that you are building a house, make sure that Gintu never comes to you, never speak, even saying hello to Gintu, because I'm going to take the information out that people should be having, because everything is encrypted and they are just scripting their own content. And I'm telling you that as a fact. Talking about even the Condad forcing a lady, talking about, you know what, you are working for me, you are not working for them, serve me first. Whenever you serve me first, you come and you find the guy is just wearing some things that are not even good for the tolerance, good for the self-esteem. Talking about I'm the Condad, I'm the bottom level of this house. Who cares that one? Kenge is coming out to tell people Gintu is a bad person, yet you have never helped anyone. Talking about you're going to be even releasing some of the sewage to the river so as you can get us some pumps where you can just donate. People could just donate and ask for donation. I want solar system. I want a water pump to make sure that I'm pumping water to the village. And this is anthropicus and opportunistically optimizing our own intelligence. But I have the intelligence of FBI and to my attention. There's nothing can ever challenge Gintu. Kenge, you're just a small boy and you can never even antagonize my mind. You are a very minute organism for Gintu to interrogate. Because you think you are everything, you are nothing to our own philanthropical Bashir. Whenever you rattle a snake, make sure that you are ready to be beaten. You just promised people honey. Deliver it to the people, honey. You said you're going to make sure that the Gintu's channel can never work. You just emphasized and you told the people, go and hack his channel, go and report the videos. What is working? Whenever you rattle a snake, be ready to be beaten, and that's the real fact. And that quotation, it was bought and that can over. A quote, it was brought via the people who saw forward and saw such kind of your mentally challenged head. And this is just the beginning. Here we go. I'm going to come out with a solution. Because we are ever talking about we want a solution as Nyabonse YouTubers. So as everyone will follow his own pathway. But what is happening? Roast me, I roast you. Banana boy this way, catfish that way. Even my name has changed. My name is changing every time. From catfish, fish pond guy, banana. You want to be changing to a castle guy very soon. Starting a construction here, castle guy. And I want to making sure that the castle gonna be coming. Very fantastic. And guys, you are ever being challenged with this kind of a boy, a very homologic, a very tarantic person talking about, you know what, I'm going to change lives of other YouTubers, but this kind of the lives, I don't want them. That is jealousy, and you never ever dreamt about Gintu gonna be coming out as a solution to the villagers, as a solution to the YouTubers in Nyabuansi. You have ever never dreamt about it. But here is the real point and the real G on the vibe. You never dreamt Gintu gonna be having a group of people whom gonna be sharing the thoughts and making sure that everything is coming out clearly without any hesitation and intimidations anywhere. Where have you reached with your police? I thought you were coming back. Nowadays, I reach to the police station. They say that they don't need a camera. Even if it's me, let me send somebody or a writer to them, so they can read, so they be assured they're not being recorded. Your dad came here, which is the conduct, came here to my home. He thought I'm a very full person, I'm an intelligent person, and I can do intelligence. You never saw even a camera where it was placed and I was recording you. From the start of the conversation to the end of the conversation, and it was in front of you, I never saw it. That's why I'm telling you, there's nothing you can ever do to Gintu to interrogate my own interface, and intimidation can never be part of my enclepsiac mind. Let me tell you a story. You know, this family, whenever they want to build a mental health facility, to put themselves into that facility, it's going to be very okay. And I promise you, that's a tick for the first time. For them to say that a mental hospital is going to be very fantastic for the people, the villagers of Nyabuanse, they're going to be administered at their first time because they're the people who are mentally challenged at the first. They cannot understand them. The whole family wearing panties and underwears for the maids to make sure that everyone is seeing, and walking helter-skelter majestically for your father in front to see your buttocks. Nonsense, and my foot too. And saying that, you know, these people are jealousy. Whenever we say the truth how it is. What is the mango? Talk about the mango. Talk about the mango. What was the mango going to town with the club night dressing to do what? Don't put people in a hypocritic way. We don't understand what is going on. And whenever I come out with a solution, they say that, you know what, Gintu is jealousy of making content. It's going to be made and it's going to be coming. And this is the content that is so should be there. Who told you that I have to show that this is banana I'm selling? Who told you you shall just be there to say that Gintu is selling sukuma wiki? Who told you Gintu is there to show you how chicken farming is done? Even this is the content. And that's the same way I talked about it. If you could be a man of reasoning, you could be just making sure that you are solidifying and solidifying everything, not only to the platform. Hey guys, this is a one-on-one. Hey guys, this is the Sunday Live. Hey guys, mono eye on the platform. We are not interested. And we shall never be interested with such kind of imbroglio. You are throwing people and the YouTubers of Nyabuanse. That is called the perjury way. And we are not going to solidify it. Even whatever comes. The mango going to the town at night with the club night dressing automatically is to sell. Automatically is to show people that you can do it anywhere. You can just go, this is a banana, you hinge yourself, you go. You go to somewhere, just make a dog, make sure that everything's fantastic, and you move. That's the only thing that is there. And what's next? And I know that night dress doesn't have even a pant inside. Talking about I'm just a YouTuber, I'm just an influencer, I'm just a person who is representing ladies to our village, Mongoloid. Talk about it. He's only coming to talk about Gintu because they have seen Gintu going to be starting our castle here. I'm talking about, you know what? These people, we have to do this. The same way. I'm telling you this as a fact. Talk about the Argentinian long-nosed sister. Look at where she's thrown. Kenge cannot provide a job opportunity for them or make sure that they're getting even a business to do in Argentina. Kenge wants to sell Argentinian long-nose to the European fathers like the way he sold the demon to Aaron Dante. And that's the real fact. Look at how people are thrown into an imbroglio. And I'll be coming with such kind of a content daily to make sure that I'm emphasizing and making sure that people can understand the real fact of Kenge. He never knew Gintu, can never ever know such kind of the points. And no one in Nyabuanse can ever tell you the truth the way I'm telling you this. Everyone is talking about, you know what, Gintu? No. If you want the real one-on-one, go to Gintu. Yesterday, I called Priska Sagati, and to the phone call, I want to get the marinating Jiko. She told me, hey, Gintu, are you recording? I'm shivering where I am. I'm just shaking. Please, don't be recording this kind of a call. They know, because they're only going to be going one-on-one. That's the fact. They can never associate themselves with Gintu in an ancestral way. And whenever I pass, no one ever impromptu to talk about Gintu. This is the spawning time I can have, and it can never happen. And that's why I'm talking about it. It can never happen in any way. Just go to Argentina. Just introduce the Argentinian long-nose family, your in-laws, to business. Don't use them as a content daily. Using the dad as a content daily. What kind of a fool are you? Staying to your in-laws. Which kind of an African are you? And you are telling people you know much. You know nonsense, my friend. And you know my foot. The only thing, even your sister, she knows, is only telling people that I'll be peeing and people will just be eating. Nonsense. She thinks that she's the only person who is eating. And the only thing I can just tell you the fact, Kenge, tell your sister, the demon, that the buttocks are made, and that's the house of the poo. And the only thing that is developing to her is the house of the poo, and it's nothing else. And we're not interested with that one. People are interested with the actual brain, common denominator. Hypothalamus working. The screws are loosened, Kenge. The screws are loosened. And the mental hospital that we're going to be building, it's going to be very good for me to be there to tighten your screws. And it's going to be very fantastic and fantabulous at the same time. You can never understand, and I think you are watching the video from wherever you are to make sure that people are getting the actual point on what is the evident. What is the real resonate? Which is the real action? Which is the real perpendicular per unit area and time at the same time? People have to understand this. Gintu is not a fool. I am always having a book and a record is kept from A to Z. Kenge, can you ever write a point? I'm always sitting down as me and talking about I have to write points. That's how I am. And I'm a learned person. I have more than 6 courses. And you're talking about you did accounting, and yet you are just the accounting. People are coming to the bank to withdraw money and check how the bank gonna be exercising their duty, and the soldiers at the gate and selling the papers that are gonna be. And talking about this is one of we can talk about an agenda that's being promoted with the bank. And even selling the bank quotation to the people, saying that this bank is very much good. If you could be a banker, bank managers, they're being paid a lot of money. The only thing that you are always about is going to the street to the prostitutes and see and kiss everywhere. Even there's a time that you're going to be coming and tell us, guys, this is my prostitute. It's going to be coming. Wait for that time. Because time will tell. Always. It doesn't think. He will tell people, guys, that this is a prostitute. Can we change her life? Do you think that's a managing point? This is a prostitute. I want to marry her. How can I change her? Always you want a platform to change the life of him. He can never think as a man. Talk about this is bad and this is good. Can never control himself. He's always been controlled with the people using their platform. Talk about Kenge. I want you to be this way. I want you to dress this way. I want to wear some of the underwears because he doesn't wear. Always cucumbers, learning helter-skelter, meticulously from one position to another, saying that I am the real man. Now you are a father. I'm talking about, you know what? People are having jealousy with my family. What is your family doing with me? What's your family doing with me? I supplied you with milk. I gave you what was good for that time. What else? Talking about I need your family. For what? You are the person who is in need of your father. Back to the east of Kurialand. Just go back to your father. Stop promoting other people's fathers here. Go and develop your village there in the east. Stop pretending that you are a Nyabuhansian person. Telling people Gintu is out of Nyabuhansi. Where? Me and you is far. Sometimes, Kenge, you are not using brain as the way it should be. Even your family, a whole of it, it's not using brain at all. A woman waking up as a woman praying every day that God help us. Even the conduct coming to my home and even praying, saying, talking about Gintu. Guys, can I tell you a story of that one? Whenever Kenge father was getting out from my home, He said, Gintu Tata, let's pray. And I was very, very keen to listen for the words that are going to be coming out from his pathetic mouth. And it was this way. God help Gintu progress with his own way. The way my sons and my daughters are progressing on their way. I said, thank you very much, God. I'm prospering well. God grant peace to Gintu. I'm having peace now. Even I was being in very big doubt, very big problem, very big trouble at the Bila. Now I want to have my own castle, and it's coming. And Kenge, you'll have to kill yourself because something it's very, very unique. You have never seen it, maybe. Always antagonizing everyone who is just onto the field, employing even children to work. I can never do that. If you are a man who knows what you are doing, you can never do such kind of a thing. That, you know, these aged people or old people or the teenager boys, you know, they know more. They don't want to do work. They are just here to pretend. Now you are going to employ children. Not interested. Not interested. You know, Kenge is only with Argentinian long nose for the purpose of the passport only. And the baby boy, Maisha, I'm just sympathizing with that boy. Because it's just a cash cow to Kenge. Just a cash cow to Kenge. And the only thing right now he's doing is making noise to the villagers, to the neighbors, to the baby, to the mother. The only thing, if the Argentinian long nose will ever get to this point, and people, somebody can just get a clip and send it to Argentinian long nose, and I'm telling you, and I'm telling her this way. Kenge is there. He is only about the money. He never focus anything. The only thing he needs money. Money, 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 money every time. Even the baby face, it is money for Kenge. One day you just put, today we have to put ears onto the platform. Tomorrow but one, putting hair. Now it will come to a conclusion, they'll put the whole face onto the system. And I'm telling you this as a fact. And Argentinian Longno doesn't understand that Kenge is there for the passport, to get only passport. And that's why you're going to be moving from one place to another to have the ladies and the prostitutes, to have marriage or fake marriage, and tell people that are going to be marrying this. And Argentinian Longnos, she decided to have a divorce. People can never understand the real fact. And that's why Gintu is available to give people the medicine, how it should be coming. People, I'm always saying as a fact, Kenge is asking for 250,000. If you have ever sent such kind of a thing, 250,000 Kenya shillings. Talking about, was it euros? I think it was dollars. $250,000. To make sure that people are looking for a passport for him, to get to the United States. You are a prostitute, you are a child molester, Kenge. No one will ever do that. Talking about the passport, the only thing Kenge needs, it's donation to go and buy the cream and baby oil of didism, to make sure that whenever you get to the street, you're going to be molesting the girls. You're going to be making sure that prostitutes are suffering with his own cucumbers. The only thing is to make sure that the ladies, talk about the brutal, the device, has to get even to an impromptu. Even this is, he is the one who is in promoting the LGBT and something for that. And is the one talking about the brood of the device is not pairing for this kind of a hoe. It's going to be providing to such kind of a hoe. And telling people, oh, I want this to get to the passport. Guys, I'm telling you, even you are seeing it. The real fact, Kenge doesn't have any development. Development he has is to make sure that getting a passport to go and molest. Thank you very much, God, for that protection. People are suffering. Priya Sharma is suffering there. All ladies are there. They're suffering because of this kind of an imbroglio person throwing people into an imbroglio. Very narcissistical, very impromistical, and nothing can ever do to this kind of the life. Telling you, oh, this kind of the people gonna not be successful. You will never be God, and God has an impromptu to everyone, and God has an identification from A to Z. Knows that Kenge, you're gonna be having a mono eye, it's gonna be. Kenge, you're gonna be today, you're gonna be benting Argentinian long nose to such kind of a position. Don't teach us. Don't teach us. We are not resembling your own affidavit. We are not into such kind of your own affidavit. We are here, like me. I'm here to make sure that our village people, because everyone fears, oh, if I talk about Kenge, oh, people are going to be following me, oh, and I'm telling this to all the YouTubers. Whoever feels to have a video with me, you are welcomed. Not only that I have to do with you, but I can do it alone. And people think that, oh, Ginto has to go to a certain village and do a video. Ginto has to go to a certain person and do a video. I'm not into that. I'm not nasty right now. No, that one? I can make it from the bananas here. I can make it from the street to give the vulnerables food. And that's enough. I will make it whenever my castle is coming. I'll do it whenever it reaches at a point, I have to show people this is the reality. You want to challenge everyone. Talk about all YouTubers are bad. Everyone is bad to you. Whenever they just come to your own fears and talk about this is my fiance. Whenever it comes to a certain position, and even this called the PS. They're just molested already. They're just being told, if you want to be my PA, I have to do something corrective. I'm just sympathizing with Irene Jeb. Oh, my living God. She might be the one who was finished in terms of this. And I don't know if she brought the impromptu to the table. I don't know. I was sympathizing with Minhawi, but she was very brave. She refused the didism from this kind of a custom man. A very narcissistical person. But there's a person called Irene Jeb. Oh, my living God. Always advertising Bruban. Nowadays, she has changed into Kitenge, into the white cap. Always looking up. You will think it's just like a have you ever seen a goat? Or a goat is a very good name. Have you ever seen a donkey? A male donkey going to a female. He's always looking forward and the mouth is like a donkey. I'm just sympathizing with this kind of the people. Supporting people will never support them. Supporting people who are child molested and talking about these people are positive reactors. Nonsense on my foot too. Whenever Ginto comes out with a solution, talking about our child, our girls has to be protected because they are the future light to us. They never know it. Even the women who are just supporting this kind of adidism, they're just there talking about, you know what? We have to be there, yeah. We have to make sure that we are always to that position, yeah. We have to support this kind of a Kenge, yeah. You're all child molesters, girl molesters. Supporting a person, even you subscribers sometimes, you are having some of the girls. You can just imagine a person who is a grown-up like Kenge going to a certain position and telling that kind of the ladies, oh, you have been molested already with my person. Oh, how much is your dad needing? I'll give the money to your dad. Oh, look at what the Kenge driver is doing. Taking ladies who are just very, very, very small ladies to the nearest country, which is Tanzania. I'm talking about, you know what? No one will ever see me there. Brain, my people. Brain is very, very, very intellectual. And even I have a story. When the Kenge driver was being arraigned to court, the Condad said one day, oh, if Kenge driver has neglected his own wife and has gone and picked somebody's wife and has gone to rent the house for this wife of a person, it might be true. Not my words. He said it at the police station, at the DCI police station there, whenever he was shown the real fact of the video, what he was doing. And he said to the grandma, I'm telling you people, if he has ever done this to people's wives, not even a wife, wives, not even one, and to his village they're crying. Even no one need the Kenge driver to the village anymore. Whenever you see it this way, you're going to be coming with some sweets and shaking some cucumbers to portray to the living room. Your wife is gone. Some $2 there under renting, your wife is gone. So he saw it will not be there. So he went even to the guys, the girls, minors. And the people that are there talking about Gintu is jealousy, that person is a bad person, is a bad-minded. Even Kenge talking about, yeah, you know, he's the one who is making things very difficult. For you people who are doing it, you will be very, very in a hard position for you to become the people who are just intellectual to this kind of a country. We'll never be into that kind of a position ever, because the child, the minors has to be protected. Go check for the prostitute the way you want to live. Why can't the Kenge driver go and check the Demango? Demwang, talk about she's always there. Huh? The mango, she's always there. Go and apply to get a visa. Go and apply to make sure that you're injecting your own needles where they want to be injected. Very, very disgusting. And I'm very, very anthropicus and saying this kind of the nature, and people are being taken, you know, these people are lying. Lying from where? And to which position are people lying? Why can't you understand yourselves whenever you want to do something? Why can't you even tighten your screws one day and say that, okay, let me reveal? And that's why even the Kenge driver, he was outside there talking about, you know what, this person who wanted to pay me. It was a false. It was just a scripted content. And he wanted to tell people that the same way Mawera said, some people used to pay me to talk bad about Kenge. The same way he just impromptu it. And people are just trusting that kind of a goon too. I'm sympathizing with people. And they are the same people who are just child molesters. And they're talking to Gintu, oh, karma is coming. Karma is coming to your foot. And keep it tuned, keep it staying, because much of the things are going to be focused. Much of the things are going to be coming to you. And it's live and it's one-on-one. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, guys. Everything's so fantastic. If it's your first time, so subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, coming through from this position, I'm going to be saying thank you very much for your time to be committed, and make sure that you are letting the content coming to this area, and it's going to be very, very fantastic. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. This is the fantastic moment ever possible. We are, and here we are to make sure that we are changing our village. We are making our village different. We have to get and bear with our hands. Make sure that whenever we meet our own brothers and sisters, this kind of a young boy called Kenge is going to be coming back to the villa, and we're going to be coming back to this kind of the position. And one day I promised you people, he will have to surrender, because this is not yet. back to the system, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, until he will ever know. And he's always watching my videos, which is now I'm very, very sure about it. And is now getting the real concept about who is Gintu and how is he talking about. Change your family before the change gonna be changing them, or we're gonna change them, or we're gonna be doing it for you. Because your family is the heterozygous family ever. We have never seen such a family which is not even responsible for their own duties. Build the mental hospital. We are just going to come there as the mediciners. Make sure that we are treating your family because they are the ones who are tightening the screws. Kenge must go.